All right. Friday night, early Saturday morning. Welcome to Blake's Big Breaks. It is a beautiful September 12th at about 1 a.m. in the east. I believe it's still September 11th over there in the Pacific time at about 10 p.m. Tonight we're going to be getting into something pretty cool. First time I'm ever going to do it. We're going to get into some 2015 UFC Chronicles. It's going to be 3 boxes, half case. We're going to have 15 possible hits. Likely odds are about 6 autos, probably 2 autos per box, along with 3 relics or patches or anything along that line of memorabilia card within each box. So that's a total of 15 hits, and it is going to start now. All right, taking a look at it, right? New product. Oh my God. The checklist on this, guys, is huge. It's ginormous, okay? This thing is easily well over 275 names. I couldn't really make an effective show sheet other than I just kind of had to handwrite each of your guys' names in next to the people with which you selected or paid for. They're on here, numerous sheets. Jose Aldo, Bucky M, you got him. Mike M, Bruce Buffer, Liz Carmouche. We're looking at Brett T, Johnny Case, Ronald R, Ariane Celeste, Raymond L, Donald Cerrone, Bucky M, Daniel Cormier, Randy O, Alexis Davis. I don't want to mispronounce the name, but I'm going to try Hung G, Nate Diaz with Bucky M, Thomas G coming in with Nick Diaz, who's making a comeback, apparently coming back to UFC, Junior Dos Santos, Bucky M, Rashad Evans, Scott S. We got Jessica I going out to Hung G, Uriah Faber, Bucky M, Hoist Gracie, Curtis H, and Bucky M with Forrest Griffin. Next page, we're looking at a lot of blank spaces, which, you know, I kind of expected. There's so many names. Not everybody's going to sell, and not everybody's as popular. But continuing on, we're looking at Johnny Hendricks, Thomas G. All right, Felice Herrig with Chad G. We got Matt Hughes, Chad G. Joanna Jeterchik, I always say it, I just say it as a joke, Jeterchik. Randy O, coming in strong with her. She's my favorite female fighter. Demetrius Johnson, one of the greats for a long time, down there in the little Mighty Mouse division. Randy O. Sarah Kaufman is going to go out to Brett T. Robbie Lawler, Nathan R. Hector Lombard, Brett T. All right, we got Conor McGregor. My favorite dude. Conor McGregor is in the product with Randy O. Stipe Miocic, the baddest man on the planet. Probably the greatest heavyweight of all time. Randy O. Then this page got a little bit busier. We got a couple more names in there, which is pretty cool. We got Khabib Nurmagomedov, Nathan R. Alistair Overeem, Bucky M. Juliana Pena going out to Hung G. BJ Penn, Randy O. All right, Dustin Poirier, Bucky M. Ronda Rousey, Randy O. Mauricio Shogun Hua, Hung G. All right, we got Ovid St. Preux, Bucky M, along with Chael Sonnen going out. All right, Anderson Silva, Randy O. George St. Pierre, Randy O. Chang Sung Jung, Randy O. Randy, you got a lot of good names out there, bud. Misha Tate going out to Brett T. Miss Cupcake herself. Stephen Thompson, Thomas G. Tisha Torres, Brett T. Paige Van Zant, very beautiful lady, Hung G. And rounding out the bottom here with Chris Weidman going out to Randy O, Eddie Wineland, Hung G, and Kat Zingano, Nathan R. And that, my folks, is pretty much the show sheet. Now, if you're tuning in late, or some of you might be showing up, here in the next 5 to 10 minutes, it's pretty late. I get it. I understand that. Everybody has a life and jobs. But inside the chat, okay, if you happen to pop in tonight, I have the names that unfortunately just didn't sell. You see a lot of white in here, or a lot of blank spaces. If you guys feel at any point in time here that before I crack open a box that you want any of those names, let me know. They're just going to be $2.50 a name. Nobody's going to be overly expensive, but there are some pretty strong names that, have some pretty good hits in this product that unfortunately just didn't get sold. Taking a look at the bottom there, prime example, Lyoto Machida. I think he's fighting tonight. I don't know what happened. Unfortunately, I was watching baseball at the time. But you got Andrei Arlovsky, who's making another heavyweight comeback. Renzo Gracie, legend Dan Severn, okay. Cub Swanson, Cain Velasquez. Anthony Showtime Pettis, Yoel Romero, Luke Rockhold. So there's a lot of good, strong names that are still up there on the chat. And if by chance you guys are watching this tomorrow and you kind of missed out, you know, it's unfortunate. All those names that didn't sell, if they don't sell here before I open the box, they're just going to go to, you know, Blake's, you know, collectibles, basically. Coming up to Blake's Big Breaks. It's going to go into my personal collection of fun and goodies. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So, Blake, what do you got over there on the left? Well, what do I have? Excellent question. Every time we start a new product, I like to do a giveaway if somebody can pull a 101, okay? If a 101 comes in, right, in the product, the first 101, mind you, it could be the sepia. The sepia cards in this product are going to be, you know, they almost look black and white, kind of like a tan X-ray. If we pull a sepia, okay, that is going to be a 1 of 1, whether it's a base card parallel or an autograph or auto relic. Anything that is literally a 1 of 1, the first one that gets pulled, this is coming to you absolutely free. This is Beckett graded. Okay, so it's a 9.5 gem mint. And it is of Cain Velasquez. It's a jumbo relic there, Topps Finest, UFC, of Cain Velasquez. So, you know, absolutely free to you guys. You know, graded card, not a bad haul if you happen to pull a 101 on the show tonight. If you guys catch the show later tomorrow, and you like what you see, maybe you like the way we do things here, make sure you click subscribe, and even a like button or anything like that. You can continue to follow us on eBay, and on our eBay store, because we're going to continue to keep doing breaks. We just got done with baseball, so we did some Donruss Diamond Kings and all that. Did you miss what, Ronald? No, we haven't started yet. We're getting ready to start. So we already we sold a bunch of names on eBay, but if you look in the chat, Ronald, and you guys see all those names up there, those are names that unfortunately they just didn't sell on the checklist here. If you want any of those, let me know. Okay, so you have Johnny Case. But by chance, if you take a quick peek in there and you see any extras you want, they're $2.50 for a name. If not, I don't mind. They'll come into my personal collection. You can just let me know. I understand it's late at night and not a lot of people are going to be around. But no worries. I'm getting excited. I want to get this case crack-a-lack and get into it and have a good time. This is going to be a nice watch for those that are probably waking up. Oh, yeah, they're in the chat. So if you scroll up in the chat, Ronald, they're all up there. You got easily probably half the checklist that I put on eBay probably went unsold. And that's just probably mainly a lot of them aren't the ginormous people that everybody wanted, like the Conor McGregors, the Kane, you know, the Khabibs, etc. But there's still a lot of cool, you know, autos and stuff out there like Lyoto Machida, Renzo Gracie, Andre Arlovsky, Luke Rockhold, Yoel Romero, Cain Velasquez. Let's see who else we got up in there that's kind of a bigger name. Antonio Nogueira, Rory McDonald. He was a big name in UFC for a while, then went over to Bellator. But just take a quick peek. How much for all of the names? Well, I'm just offering $2.50 a name, but if you want to throw a magic number out there and I'm feeling like I don't want to put it to my collection, we might go that route. you know, before I get this box up. But you have a few moments. What we're going to do is I'm going to keep the show rocking and rolling. If you want to, you know, mull it over with yourself, your conscience, your significant other, or anything like that. This whole case. We're going to have 6 boxes in here. And these 6 boxes are all sealed. Okay. The top 3, what we're going to do is we literally just dump this bad boy out. Okay. Alright, there we go. So you see 6 boxes in front of you. So the way we're going to do this is we have 6, we're going to break open 3, right? So Milton Bradley made me a nice, lovely little 6-sided dice here. What I'm going to do is any number 1, 2, and 3 is going to be that bottom row. Okay, that'll be our 3 boxes. If I get 4, 5, or 6 on this dice roll, we're going to go with the top. Pretty simple. Split it down the middle. Top or bottom. 1, 2, or 3, 4, 5, or 6. Alright? Alright, we're going with the top. 4. Alright? We're going to take our bad boys right off. And we're going to set them right here. And I'm going to take the other 3 and place them off camera because we're not gonna break them open. You have 4 cases of this product. Yeah? It's a fun product. You know, honestly, it's the first time I'm going to actually open it myself. Now, I have a lot of UFC autos, been collecting for years. But this is the first time that I'm personally going to open this product myself. So, should be a fun time. So, all right, with that being said, I think, Ronald, you're the only person that showed up so far, which no big deal. I get it, it's late at night. If you want any of those other names, let me know. If not, you're selling for $350 a case or $1,200 for all 4. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. It's cheaper than I got my case, so, you know, now that I know that in the future, and if we like the product, we might, you know, reach out to you or something. So, let's see here. So, do you want any of the other names or no? I'm going to get crack-a-lackin'. Do. Got some YouTube love going on. All right. I'm going to go ahead and cut open the first box then and pull out these packs. So, like it says 2 autographs. Oh, a deal for all. Like, but that's what I'm saying. If a deal, I guess you're trying to say you wanted to buy the whole case or something. I get what you're saying. All right. You said you'll take Clay, like Clay Guida, Bucky. Then, so if you want Clay, just $2.50. I'll type it here to the PayPal. And okay, so Clay Guida, once you send payment, we'll go ahead and add you on here just so we have it. That way I make sure we get it to you in the mail. But Ronald, if you want all the names, dude, like I said, just throw a fair offer before somebody else comes in and chimes in. And if it's salable, I'll take it. So Clay Guida here. That's going to go to Bucky. And you want Bisbing. Okay. No worries. Let's see here. Bisbing. Bucky M. Since Bucky, you're the only other person in the chat, any other names you want before Ronald wants to snag up the rest? Just to be fair, you know. No? Okay, so you're good with what you have. Okay, so we're already in the middle of the show. Ronald, I'm good with it. You're throwing an offer. I mean, all they're going to do is sit in my closet. So if you want $100 sent to me, and you get the rest of the names on the list that don't have anything filled out, rough number. I mean, you're getting more than $100 worth of names at least. But if you want, just let me know. And then we'll wait for payment. And then we'll open the first pack. Okay, as soon as we have it, then I will say you got the remainder. Do. And like I said, it'll be BlakeDizzle1982@gmail.com. That right up there in the chat is going to be the number. Just let me know when it's sent. I'm not getting nothing yet on my end, but could also be the lovely internet with which we are dealing with here. So, talking about the product, as we're just sitting here waiting for a couple payments here. When we get inside here, I can go ahead and open up the box. No big deal. We're not opening the packs yet. But each box is going to have these really big fat packs. Okay? So we're going to grab all these bad boys out of the box, stack them here for this first box. And like I said, you get autos and hits. But we also get those short print parallels and everything else that are just extra added bonus that we love. And it's fun. All right, you said it was sent. All right, yeah. Ronald, they do have you, sir. So other than all the names, just for this, if you're good with it, we'll move forward. And I can always write your name in on every one of them. But just to be fair, in case you need to play it back on YouTube and see all the names that aren't filled out, I'm going to go over each page again for you just real briefly. You can see all the names that are blank that you will have, okay? But just for the sake of moving forward for everybody and those that are watching tomorrow, that we can not sit here and write your name down 100 times here. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not out to get nobody. I'm down to just open up cards. So I'm showing it on all the blanks that don't have a name next to them. They're going to be yours, sir. Okay? All the way to number 110 there. Okay? All right, I'm excited. Let's get into this lovely product. Let's see what kind of fun and cool stuff we pull. First time I'm ever doing this, so bear with me. You know, if you guys are experts at this product, chime in. You know, let me know. Oh, yeah, hey, you know, look for the product here, or look for the sepias or the reds, or vice versa. So, Michael Chiesa, we're starting off with. Now, we do have a ton of cards, but I will show each card. I'm not going to just, like, rush through it. You guys pay money for this stuff, so we're not going to just run. St. Pierre versus Hendricks. All right, so that's going to have to be a random. We'll set randoms off to the sides over there, and we'll kind of random those off towards the end. Yes, a medallion is a case hit. Alistair Overeem. Brian Stan. Jens Pulver. Antonio Silva. Good old Bigfoot there. Michael Bisping making an appearance. Tyron Woodley. Benil Dariush. Now, you'll see some of these names, and you're like, well, why weren't they, you know, out there? Because these guys don't have, whoop, we had a card stuck there. These guys don't have hits. So some of these are just base cards that, you know, if it was something significant, I just thought putting 300 names on eBay, I mean, look, half of them didn't even sell. So I figured just the more value would be to those that actually have a hit, an auto, or anything like that. James Vick. Rousey and McGregor autographs are redemptions. I did not know that. James Vick. John Dodson. Ryan Bader. Now, however, you occasionally would catch them to be nice enough to, you know, still honor those expired redemptions. Sometimes they're nice. Silva and Sonnen, that's a random. Rustam Kabilov. Up, we got a hit. All right, so it's going to be a auto. Are we ready? Let's go ahead and flip it over together. And it's a Mark Coleman. Talk about a legend. Mark Coleman. And I believe that is going to you, Ron, because he did not sell. So Mark Coleman is yours, Ronald. Way to start off the night. We already got a hit for you. You stepped up, and honestly, it's an auto I don't even have in my collection. He's a oldie but goodie. One of the pioneers of the sport. So we'll get this bad boy sleeved up and top loaded. And you're already on the board with Senor Mark Coleman. It's always cool when you see some of these older guys in the product. You know, like some of the pioneers of the sport. Set him and let him watch us as we continue to open up product. All right, back to Rustam Kabilov. Octagon of Honor, that's a Hoist Gracie. And, oh, look at that. Another hit, guys. And it's another legend. Oh, these are not hits. I guess they're the parallels. So these are parallels. That's why they turn them around. So this is a gray. Ben Rothwell. This one's got a serial number, so it'll be sleeved. So that one's coming out. There we go. And then we got Cruz becomes heavyweight or champion, but it's not numbered. BJ Penn. Yeah, that's unfortunate. BJ Penn. That is unfortunate. I know Panini still honors those things. Oh, guys. That is always pretty. 139 to 188. Michael Chiesa. So that's the black and white, not the sepia. And then we got Faber versus Barral. Now these are the UFC little photos, or the posters. So that'll go out to Faber since Barral wasn't on the list. George St. Pierre, Victoria's debut. And then we got Tony Ferguson. And let's see, anything else special here? I'm learning, this is the first pack I've ever opened, so we kind of know that the parallels and the hits are a little bit further back. And then everything else is kind of towards the front here. The Ultimate Fighter, Johnny Case. There's Johnny Case. Renzo Gracie. Patrick Cummins. Ronaldo Jacare Souza. Matt Hughes. Takeya Mizugaki. And we're going to go on to our next pack. So then we got through the first pack. We kind of saw what we were looking at there. We can kind of go a little bit smoother through this pack. Since that was the first one. Kind of had to break off the rookie dust. So we got Quentin Rampage Jackson. Chael Sonnen. Ali Bagatinov. Rowan Carnero. Vitor Belfort. Anderson the Spider Silva. He's turned sideways there. Some of these cards are obviously sideways. Alexis Davis. Sergio Pettis. Todd Duffy. Cathal Pendred. Yeah, because there's also redemptions for packs, boxes, and memorabilia. Juliana Pena. I wanted to try something to blast from the past. I saw like a lot of the, all the hits that were capable in the product. I did not know that it was a staple point that unfortunately McGregor and Rousey are redemptions only. By maybe some beautiful grace of God, they snuck in some. Glover Teixeira. Stephen Bonner. Diego Brandao. Forrest Griffin. There's the good old guy. And back-to-back. Why not two, right? Two Forrest Griffins. Damian Maya. And, whoa, we walked right up on a hit. Okay, so it's a Joe Lozon. And I believe that is going out to... That is also to you, Ronald. Nobody paid on that one. So that one is also yours, sir. Okay, it's kind of stuck to another one. Let's see if it's another hit. Nope, it's an Octagon of Honor. Ronda Rousey. And then the Joe Lozon. All right. Get this guy sleeved and top-loaded for you. Da, 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 da. So, Ronald, you're up 2. You're already on the board for 2. All right, let's get him watching what we're doing here. Okay, we got a UFC Pride and FC Unification. Some of these cards are going to be a pain because they flipped them around. Silva versus Henderson, that's a random. Unless we get the same card multiple times, then each person's going to get one in that. Alright, this is only numbered to 88. 50 of 88. It's going out to Ronald. That's pretty cool. That's the one thing I love about a product that has parallels and stuff like that, any short prints. It's just an extra level of fun and bonus there. Patrick Cummings and Gilbert Melendez. Then we got Kevin Gastelum. This one's going to be numbered to 188. And they're kind of stuck there to the UFC poster. That's that black and white Kevin Gastelum. That one will be sleeved. And then we got the lovely Edgar versus Maynard. We'll set that off. Dan Hendo. Daniel Cormier. Rafael Dos Anjos. Frankie Perez. What's going on with the camera? There we go. Amanda Nunes. Nick Diaz. Rich Franklin. The Scary Jim Carrey. Raquel Pennington. Frankie Edgar. Tony Ferguson. Ricardo Lamas. And good old Matt the Immortal Brown. This product is better to break as weight classes. You know, that's something now that, you know, you're probably right. I should probably do it as a weight class. That wasn't something I actually thought of at the time. But now, that makes sense. That's something going forward, maybe in the next batch that I can try that with the next half case. Dustin Poirier. Jessica Penne. Rua versus Henderson will be a random. Matt Mitrione. Tim Means. Misha Cupcake Tate. Gracie versus Jimerson, but Jimerson's not here on the list, so that's going to go to Hoist Gracie. Tim Boach. Neil Magny. Sarah Kaufman. Amir Sadala. Francisco Trinaldo. Ian McCall. Uncle, wasn't that creepy? I believe he was. Diego Sanchez. The one thing I'm not liking, though, is all the different way they keep turning the cards. Jose Aldo. Oliver Auburn Mercier. Anderson the Spider Silva. And then we have Diego Brandao. Jeez. Demetrius Johnson. Mighty Mouse. Missed the guy. Chris Weidman. Climbing the Ranks insert here. Now, that's the first one we've seen so far. It's not numbered, but since it's kind of like a special insert, I'll go ahead and sleeve it up. I guess you would know better than me, Ronald. It looks like it's just a standard insert, but we'll still sleeve it up just to be safe. And title defense, so we're getting into our parallels. That's when he knocked out good old Silva. And Khabib. We got a short print parallel for Khabib Nurmagomedov. Very nice. Short print parallel, green here. And that is 107 to 288. Good deal for Khabib. And then we got CB Dalloway, just standard, not numbered. Takeya Mizugaki. Hoist Gracie numbered parallel. So we got that one. Oh. Check it out. That's nice. Black and white, Hoist Gracie. Black and white, 117 to 188. Very nice, very nice. And then we got the good old McGregor, Lawler, McDonald, and Mendez on there. Stephen Thompson, Wonder Boy, Victoria's debut. And then we have Gray Maynard, Mirsad Bektik, Mauricio Shogun Rua. And most of these look like they're all base. Al Iacenta, Nate Marquardt, Albert Tumiov, Tim Kennedy. There's Hendo. And Brian Caraway. So what I'm learning in the packs is parallels and hits are about the middle. And then everything else is kind of just base cards towards the back. So yeah, it is a standard insert. Autos, relics, and parallels are all you're looking for. Okay. So that'll help us kind of speed it along here. Not to hold everybody up, but we got a lot of cards to rush through on this product. So these cards are a little bit harder to hold here because they keep going different angles. So what I'll do is I'll sit them down. Andrei Arlovsky, Jessica Andrade, Nick Hine, Hoist Gracie, Luke Rockhold, base, Nikita Krylov, base, Uriah Faber versus Frankie Edgar there. Then we got Robbie Lawler with the belt. Man, he was a beast as a champion. Johnny Hendricks. Then we got Jared Rosholt, Chris Camozzi, Frankie Edgar, and then we got a hit. So we got our relic for Clay Guida. All right, Bucky, you got a relic there. These cards kind of tend to want to stick to each other. There's Juliana Pena, Octagon of Honor. And here we go. We got a Clay Guida relic. It is fighter worn. We'll get this bad boy sleeved up for you. Now you're on the board. You are on the board, Bucky. Let's see. I'll probably go with that. All right, there you are, Clay Guida. Fighter worn memorabilia. Let him watch us as we continue on in the fun. Then we got Aljamain Sterling, so now we're getting into those parallels. So Darren Cruikshank, standard parallel. Cub Swanson. Green is going to be a Juliana Pena, followed by, let's see, 143 of 288 on the green parallel. Sleeve that one, Juliana Pena. And then that Aljamain Sterling, which is just a standard. And then you got a Jessica Penne. I believe that's the black and white. All right. And that is 164 of 188. Yeah, a lot of cards. So I've got to try to increase this so I don't take away your guys' whole Saturday. We'll get a little smoother on this process. So the pay-per-view, Bisping versus Evans, will be a random. Glover Teixeira. Juliana Pena. Gedalia versus Landamaki. None of them are on there. Ronda Marcos. Hoist Gracie, the normal looking one. Paige Van Zant. Chad Mendez, the Ultimate Fighter. Mark Hunt, and TJ Dillashaw. Set those off. Okay. I think the trick in here is trying to find a magic approach to this. It's kind of hard not to... You want to go faster because it's like there's so many cards. Khabib Nurmagomedov. So we always like to see some Khabib, right? Michelle Watterson. Dominic Cruz. Cub Swanson. CB Dalloway. There's Ronda before she got knocked silly. Charles Oliveira. Gilbert Melendez. Chris Holdsworth. John Makdessi. Rose Namajunas. Aljamain Sterling. Weidman versus Silva. Now we have two of these, so each one can have one. Martin Kampman. There's good old Don Fry, my old wrestling coach in Arizona. My mom's watching on the YouTube in Arizona. There's Don Fry. I think she went to high school with them. Silva versus Hendo. Random. Fabio Maldonado. St. Pierre versus Sarah. Random. BJ Penn. Michelle Watterson. Misha Cupcake Tate. Frankie Edgar. Okay, now we're getting into those parallels. St. Pierre versus Sarah. Set that one off. 12th straight victory. Rousey versus Beth Correa. So that's going to go to Rousey. That's not going to be a rando. Then we got John Makdessi. Johnny Case. There's a parallel. Alexis Davis. Here we go with the short prints. The actual serial numbered. That's a green for Alexis Davis. There you go, Alexis Davis. 196 of 288. And then we got Edgar versus Penn, random, Jimmy Manua, Kat Zingano, Elias Theodoro, Sarah McMahon, excuse me, Ben Saunders, John Dodson, Demetrius Johnson, Josh Salmon, Chris Weidman, Ludwig versus Goulet. None of those are on the list. Felice Herrig, Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Take them and set them off to the side and go on to the next nice pack. Joe Stevenson, Junior Dos Santos, John Vellante, Court McGee, Antonio Ruggiero Noguera, Juliana Lima, Corey Anderson, Joseph Benavidez, Claudia Gadella, Fitch versus Larson. Neither one is there, so we'll just be sending that out to Ronald. Speaking of Ronaldo, Rose Namajunas, John Howard, Tom Lawler, Rich Scary Jim Carrey, Franklin, Mitch Clark, Vince St. Preux on the board, Dan Severn talking about a blast from the past, and here comes a hit, Daniel Cormier. Daniel Cormier on the board. Very nice, very nice. That's going to go out to Randy O. Let's go ahead and take a peek. It's got Carla Esparza. And there we are, Daniel Cormier, Fighter Worn memorabilia. Get that one sleeved up for you, Randy. Yikes. There we go. And we will go with you. And Daniel can, now that he's retired, he can sit here and watch us as we open more product. Scoot off the mug. And Senor Cormier, you can watch us as we continue. Alright, getting into our parallels. We got the Ultimate Fighter, Rose Namajunas, Jake Ellenberger. BJ Penn is not numbered, but Jake Ellenberger is and should be to 188. Anybody watch the Bellator fights tonight? Anybody want to let me know if somebody won? I know Lyoto Machida, I believe, was fighting tonight against Phil Davis. Jake Ellenberger. There's Soa right here. There's our green. UFC Fight Night, Faber versus Edgar. Be a random. Paige Van Zandt. And then we got another BJ Penn. Michael Bisping. Tarek Safadine. Anthony Rumble Johnson. Ross Pearson. Eddie Gordon. Shane Carwin. Kevin Gastelum. Leslie Smith. Mark Munoz. And Corey Anderson. And then it out. All right. Norifumi Yamamoto. Heather Joe Clark. There's George Rush St. Pierre fighting good old Johnny Hendricks. Bisping versus Evans. That can be a random. Scott Jorgensen. Dallas Latis. Lesnar versus Carwin. Neither one's on the checklist. Max Holloway. Dan Miller. Rashad Evans. Stipe Miocic. Baddest man on the planet. Followed by the man he just fought, Daniel Cormier. Rafael Dos Anjos. George St. Pierre. Some Uriah Hall action. Edson Barboza. Alright. Jim Miller. Then we got good old Nate Diaz doing what he does best. Some BJJ. 2 Nate Diaz cards. Dennis Bermudez. Alright, so this has got to be a buyback, right? This is something special, Ronald. Because this is an older card. This is from 2010 Topps Company, a John Gunderson debut. Topps original, so I believe those are a buyback. Since it's stamped, it's like a buyback from the original 2010, kind of like bringing back an old card. It's John Gunderson, kind of a never heard of you, but you got Yoel Romero climbing the ranks, and then we got a Don Fry parallel. There's good old Don Fry. And here's a short print, Ramzev Nijim. Don't even want to say that 3 times too fast. Black and white. Out of 188. 180 of 188, by the way. Charles Oliveira. Regular parallel. Then we have Ronaldo Jacare Souza. And a Dominic Cruz. Gray. There we go. Hughes versus Penn. Be a rando. Leota Machida. Rousey versus Carmouche. Be a rando. Colby Covington. Jake Ellenberger. Edgar versus Maynard. Be a random. Alexei Olenek. Ben Rothwell. Barron versus Miller. Or was that Baroni? No, it's Barron. Brad Tavares. He's still around. Benson Henderson. Derek Brunson. And Patrick Cote. Almost through box 1, guys. Almost. So we got Hughes versus Trigg. It's going to go to Matt Hughes. Rory McDonald. Santiago Ponzinibbio. St. Pierre versus Shields. Shields isn't on the eBay list, so that's going to go to St. Pierre. Cain Velasquez. Antonio Carles Jr. Ryan Bader. And is that stuck to another card? I love how these cards love each other. Leota Machida. Jessamine Duke. Rashad Evans. George Masvidal. Rousey versus Correa. That's going to go to Rousey again. Thiago Alves. Yair Rodriguez. Maramuros. Mirko Krokop. Check that out. Roy Country Nelson. Costas Filippo. Carla Esparza. Minotauro Nogueira. The older, the bigger. TJ Dillashaw. And then you got Michael Johnson. And Fabio Maldonado. What do we got? Another short prints. So Fabio Maldonado. Regular. And then a 288. So that's got to be a different color. There we go. Dan Severn. Very nice. Nice little short print. Dan Severn. Chris Holdsworth, basic parallel. Henzo Gracie. And then we have the black and white Leonardo Silva dos Santos. $74 of 188. Random. Oh, Kat Zingano. There she is. She fought tonight too. Eddie Gordon. Joanna Jerdetterchik. Alexander Gustafsson. CB Dalloway. Jordan Main. Soa Pelele. Ariana Celeste. Still looks the same. Ryan LaFleur. And good old Keith Jardine, the Dean of Mean. And Stephen Thompson. Last 2 packs of box number 1. We still have one hit out there, a relic. UFC and WEC merge. Jimmy Manua. Court McGee. Anthony Showtime Pettis. Liz Carmouche. There we go. Yoel Romero doing a little dance with, I believe that's Luke Rockhold. Reginald Owl. Brad Pickett. Esparza. And Namajunas. Um, Namajunas wasn't on the checklist, so we'll give that to Carla. Chris Carriaso, Joanna Jurdetrich, Anderson Silva, Michael Bisping, Ruslan Magomedov, Seaver, Tiago Trator, Sean Jordan, and there he is, Yoel Romero. Very nice. And that's coming out to you, Ronald, I believe. I believe that's another one that went unsold. A lot of people are scared of this guy and don't want to face him. Punches really hard. Just a beast of a man. All right. That should be all the hits, unless we decide to get some extras, or they want to throw us a nice one-on-one somewhere. That should be all the hits for box number 1. Martin Kampman. Benel Dariush. Okay, there we go. That's going to be the short printed, black and white. And then Ronda Rousey parallel, but not numbered. So we got a Ronda Rousey. Matt Hughes, not numbered. Instead, they gave us the Jared Rosholt, numbered. Johnny Case told me he signed thousands of cards for this product, but first dozen he signed, he put Hollywood too, but realizing how long it would take, he stopped. I've only seen one. So what do you like, good friends with Johnny? That's pretty cool. It's going to be a rando. Joanna Jurjetrich. Ross Pearson. Gunnar Nelson. Yeah, that would be pretty cool, though, to kind of pull out, you know, something that he told you he only wrote, like, Hollywood or something on. Jose Aldo before he got knocked silly. Holly Holm. Travis Hawaii Brown. Michael Chiesa. There's Conor McGregor. Nick Lentz. And we are in the last pack of box number 1, and we get to do this 2 more times. So we'll get back into some more autos. You met him in a live Facebook Q&A, and I asked. Yeah, well, that's, you know, anytime that you get to do that kind of stuff, that's always fun. It's pretty cool. Ask those basic questions, and he's like, yeah, dude. You know, Topps, they sign them like a base paycheck. In some situations, I think it's like $5 an auto or something like that. So it's not a lot of money that these guys get paid. Rampage versus Hendo. That's going to go to Henderson. Rafael Natal. And it's kind of sad when you think about it. I mean, even like we're talking like the ritzy, expensive, high-end guys. They only make like $5, $10, maybe $15 an auto at best. Here's Clay. There's Sage Northcutt, who couldn't cut it, apparently, in the UFC. Fabricio Verdum. That Correa. Jessica Evil Eye. Conor McGregor making another appearance. Hoist Gracie. Eric Perez. Dominic. Now, Dominic Cruz is pretty cool. He's from Tucson. It's where I trained and fought out of for my younger years. Darren Elkins. Tisha Torres. Yep, here's a buyback of BJ Penn. Pretty cool. Stamped and everything. I like that. Anytime you get a buyback and it's kind of a, you know, a bigger name fighter from back then, BJ Penn, that's cool. That is pretty nifty. I like how they throw in some randoms like that. That is pretty spiff. And then followed by the Octagon of Honor, BJ Penn. Alright, getting into those parallels. Michelle Watterson. Followed by a Rose Namajunas. And that one is going to be that 288 one. That Emerald. When she's fighting Carla Esparza. A historical rematch. Hughes versus Trigg. It's going to go to Matt Hughes. Cole Miller. Standard. Derek Brunson. There we go. Derek Brunson's got a 161 of 288 green. We didn't get no black and white in this one, though. Aldo versus Florian. Edgar versus Maynard. Sage Northcutt. Hector Lombard. Leon Edwards. So you big fan of, Ronald, are you a big fan of Johnny Case? Because I notice, there he is. There he is, yeah. He's a lightweight. Henzo Gracie. Patrick Cummins. And now I met this guy. I met Ronaldo Jacare Souza. Me and the wife actually went to Disney World, and he was standing in line in front of me. It's pretty cool. Him and his kid and his wife, who is also a BJJ beast. He posed for a picture with me, too. It was pretty cool. It was on, like, the Spider-Man ride in Hollywood Studios of Walt Disney World. And then there's Darren Crookshank. Going into another box. Well, you certainly get your money out of it. Cheap price point, 400 cards per box. 5 hits per box. But if you add in those numbered parallels, you have quite a little collection going when you get down to the nitty-gritty of all the cards and items you pull out of this product. Alright, I'm going to set that there. And there we go, nice and empty. And make a little extra room so all these guys can keep watching us do what we do best. Alright. UFC, WEC, so you're going to see a lot of repeats. Jimmy Manoa. Oh, another card behind it, Court McGee. Anthony Showtime Pettis. Boy, when he was doing kicks off the cage, that was pretty legit. Chad Laprice. There's a Yoel Romero. Reginaldo Vieira. Dustin Poirier. Jessica Penne. Dennis Bermudez. And some of these cards are sticking together. Brad Pickett. Sparza. Chris Carriasso. Another guy from Tucson. Joanna Jurjetricic. The Spider. Not really. He's with the PFL now. Yeah, a lot of guys, you know, unfortunately, a lot of them are leaving UFC. You know, you see a guy one time and you're like, okay, where's he at? Michael Bisping, obviously, Hall of Fame. You know, where's this guy? I mean, Magomedov, I think he's with Khabib. I mean, that whole Russian fight camp. Now the fun thing is each card, who's still with the UFC? Dennis Seaver, not so much. Tiago Trator, haven't seen him nor heard of him. We all know that name coming up. Khabib back there. Sean Jordan. Khabib still definitely with us. And what do we got here? We're in the parallels, I believe. Tesha Torres. She's still rocking and rolling with the UFC. Ariana Celeste. She still looks the same. 86 of 288, parallel. She's a ring girl, but for some reason she's kind of like stuck and been just an image of the UFC right here as the, you know, first original like ring girl. Antonio Rogero Noguera. Little Nog. Leslie Smith. And who do we have? Jessamine Duke. Parallel. And then we got the Rousey versus Kat Zingano, which we are going to random that one off. Jessamine Duke. Her autos do well? Yeah. I mean, she's always somewhat collectible because then you got two different markets. You got the guys that are like into the whole, you know, Playboy-esque, what is it, bench warmers or that different product of all the females that she kind of rides into that. But then she's also kind of got that staple point with the UFC and the fact that she is beautiful. Frankie Edgar. That doesn't hurt, you know. So just to save some of your guys' ears, I won't say every name. He's not with the UFC anymore. Don't know who the girl on the right is. A lot of them just kind of... I mean, look at Demetrius Johnson. Flyweight. Such a staple point for the longest time. Gone, transferred. Hoist Gracie. She, I think, just got dropped by the UFC. You have Ariana's and Brittany. Oh, okay, yeah, both of them. Paige is a pretty fighter. Like if you think about like model-esque, but unfortunately she just got dropped, I believe, from the UFC. Chad Mendez, and then good old Marky Hunt. And then you got Ariana Celeste, and then you got this. You got Beth Correa. Joe Stevenson over here. Junior Dos Santos when he was good. John Vellante. Court McGee. I think he was bare knuckle boxing at one point. I think he made one fight in Bellator. Little Nog, I think he just had a fight in UFC. Corey Anderson, he's still fighting UFC. I think Benavidez is. I could be wrong. I know Claudia is still with UFC. John Fitch, he went to bare knuckle and Bellator. Ronaldo, like I said, I think he's getting ready to be done with UFC. And then Rose got her belt back. Never heard of him. Tom Lawler. Yeah, her contract ran out and didn't get a new offer. And that's just because, unfortunately, she's been on a losing slide. She came into the UFC kind of like on a tear, and then she just been on a losing slide ever since. And I think the way they look at it, which is unfair, right? You sign a contract, and they make stipulations that you have to win. Well, only one person comes out of that ring with their hand raised, so you're going to be losing fighters. You're going to be losing employees, because eventually you're going to find really tough guys that are undefeated or who wants it more, and you're going to eventually get a blemish on your record. Dan Severn. Weidman versus Silva, so we got another one of those lovely guys. John Lineker. Now talk about another crazy guy. Where did he go? Strong striker. He was tearing up the flyweights for a while. Ross Pearson. And a historical rematch. Now this is going to be Hughes versus Trigg. That's going to go to Matt Hughes, because Trigg is not on there. She makes way more money outside of the use than she ever did fighting. You talking about Paige with all the modeling and everything else? Training and stuff? Like Ronda Rousey's in movies and stuff, and, you know, doing all that crazy stuff. Like, I think her whole goal when she got big and famous is she admitted it. She wanted to just be in movies. She wanted to get to Hollywood. Nikita Krylov. Aldo versus Mendez. So we'll set that off. And then here's the Nikita Krylov. Green. Well, I heard she just got COVID or something too. Paige like got on social media or something and said her husband gave her COVID and blamed him or something. So, never fun. Here's a guy I really admire, Donald Cerrone. Fight anybody, climb in. You know, ever since she fell down that one time, man, Rose knocked her silly, and Joanna just hasn't been the same. Alexander, CB Dalloway, Jordan Main, Soa. And there's Ariani. Ryan LaFleur, Keith Jardine, and Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Wow. That pack really kind of fell apart. Okay, we got Uriah Hall, Brennan Brown, Jesse Formella. Golly, man, these cards are... I'm just going to hold it upright. You guys might want to cant your head to look at the sideway. Carlos Condit. Rampage. Clay Guida. John Lineker. Sage Northcutt, who couldn't cut it. Fabricio Verdum. Jessica Evil Eye. Conor McGregor. Hoist Gracie. Eric Perez. Dominic Cruz. Zach Mikovsky. Darren Elkins. Eric Silva. Tesha Torres. And another buyback, but check out who it is, man. Randy Couture, the natural. I met this guy. Really cool dude. Actually walking through a casino. Met him. He's posed with a picture with me too. The Scorpion King. Expendables. That's pretty cool. John Dodson. Vince St. Preux. Richard Gray. Tyron Woodley. Now this one's to 88. Okay. So that's gold. Tyron Woodley. Michelle Watterson. Michael the Count Bisping. Then Jordan Main is another one to 88. Another gold. And then Hunt versus Nelson. Nelson's not on the checklist, so that's going to go to Mark Hunt. John Dodson. And the rest of these are kind of just Darren Cruikshank, BJ Penn, Michael Bisping, Tarek Safadine, Anthony Rumble Johnson, Ross Pearson, Eddie Gordon, Shane Carwin, Kevin Galstellum, Leslie Smith, and Mark Munoz. Seen any of our autos or our hits yet in this box? I want to see some magic. I want to see up. Looks like we got something in here. Definitely, probably a relic or something. Rua versus Henderson. Brando. Matt Mitrione. Tim Means. Misha Cupcake. Gracie versus Henderson. Tim Bosch. Neil Magny. Sarah Kaufman. Joe Duffy. Andre Orlovsky. Jessica Andrade. Amir Sadala. Francisco Trinaldo. Ian McCall. Diego, the Dream Sanchez now, I think he is in that picture. And then another card behind it, Jose Aldo. Okay, we're coming up on a hit. There's Anderson Silva. What do we have? Oh, Vince St. Preux. It's going to be a relic card. All right. Oh, Vince St. Preux on the board. Another little relic. Still got 4 more hits in this box. Good luck, everybody. And then we got Demetrius Johnson. Darren Elkins. The gray. Rashad Evans. We will go ahead and sleeve that here at the end. Court McGee. Just the way they're... Oh, and is that a Corey Anderson on top? Ben Saunders. Man, kind of stuck. Green. We will sleeve that. Evans versus Silva. Silva's not in it, so it's going to go to Rashad Evans. Chris Weidman. TJ Dillashaw. Tony Ferguson. Hector Lombard. Leon Edwards. The Ultimate Fighter. There's your boy Johnny Case. Henzo Gracie. Patrick Cummins. Ronaldo Jacare Souza and Matt Hughes. And then we'll sleeve up these 2 bad boys. Short print the greens. And we still have 4 more hits to get to. Oh, yeah. And technically, what's crazy is we still have a total of 9 hits to pull tonight. So, Still plenty of time for some fun and frolic. All right, Eddie Wineland, Jared Risholt, Thomas Almeida. Come on, don't stick to each other. There we go. Frain Escudero, another guy in Tucson. Frankie Edgar. Uriah Faber. Valerie Latourneau. Kevin Gastelum. Thiago Santos, the Anvil. James Vick. Ryan Bader. And Rory McDonald. All these guys have made it their notion in Bellator. And we got a hit. All right, good luck, everybody. Jumbo Fight Mat Relic. All right, and that is Alexis Davis. Very nice. Big jumbo of Alexis Davis. Check that out. You can see the foam and everything in there. Get that one sleeved up. For the Alexis Davis going out to Hongji. One's a little bit thicker, so let's see here. There we are. Alexis Davis on the board. Anderson Silva, Mitch Clark, Darren Elkins, gold. And we got a Khabib, but not numbered, coming up. So we got Khabib. Very nice, very nice. Tarek Safadine. Tell me we got a numbered BJ Penn. We got a numbered BJ Penn stuck to the poster card. Green BJ Penn. And that one is 130 of 288. And then we got... all of them are not on the checklist, so that's going to go out to Ronald. All right. Ronaldo Jacare Souza, Corey Anderson, Kat Zingano, Elias Theodoro, Sarah McCann, or McMahon, I always say McCann, Ben Saunders, John Dodson, Chris Weidman, Ludwig, and Felice Herrig. Okay. Alright, still looking for them autos. We got two relics out of the way. So we should have two autos and another relic. Luke Rockhold. Nikita Krylov. Uriah Faber. Michael Chiesa. Stuck to another card here. St. Pierre versus Hendricks. That'll be a random. Alistair Overeem. Brian Stan. Demetrius. Chris Weidman. Okay. Might have another hit coming up soon. Gray Maynard. These cards are wanting to stick. Gray Maynard. Johnny Hendricks. There's Eddie Wineland. And I think you just got to pick them up from here because this is getting annoying. Eddie Wineland. We got Jared Rosholt, Chris Camozzi, and then another card that seems to be stuck. Thomas Almeida, and oh my god, we have a auto for Jared Rosholt. Joe Lozon. And there's Jared Rocholt. Heavyweight. There we go. And looking at Jared Rocholt, I think he's one that went unsold. So, Ron, I think that's going to be yours as well. Just checking on the checklist real quick. Yep, that's unsold, so that's also going to you, Ronald. So you got all 3 autos so far. You definitely got all 3 autos so far. Which gold? Did I skip over something? I'll take a quick peek. I have a Jared Rocholt, Thomas Almeida, Johnny Hendricks, Gray Maynard, Robbie Lawler, and then we have Eddie Wineland. Let's see here. Khabib. The Darren Elkins was the last gold that I had, and it was numbered to 88, and it's sleeved. Eric Silva. Yeah, Elkins is. Yep. And then here's Antonio Rogero Negera. That one is numbered. Yeah, you're getting a lot of cards tonight, Ronald, just for stepping up, brother. 251 out of 288. And John Vellante, just a standard. Mark Munoz. And then St. Pierre versus Matt Serra parallel. That's got to be random unless that person has them both. They don't. So we will have to randomize this bad boy. St. Pierre and Serra. That one is out of 288. We'll set that out of reach. Keep all our randoms right here. Make them a little neater. Getting a little out of a pigsty over here. There we go. And Bisbing versus Miller. That's going to go to Bisbing, I think, because Jason Miller is not on the checklist. Ronda Rousey. And then we got Muzugaki, Darren Cruikshank, BJ Penn, Michael Bisbing, Tarek Safadine, Anthony Johnson, Ross Pearson, Eddie Gordon, Shane Carwin, Kevin Gastelum, and stuck to a Leslie Smith. As a heads up, time UFC breaks to end during fight nights. Yeah, you know, all the peaceful advice, good stuff. Like I said, this is my first UFC one. Oh, look who's on the back. Conor McGregor. I usually do baseball, and we want to get into hockey and stuff like that. I love all sports, so I wanted to try an older UFC product that had some of the old names in it. But the price point had to be right, too. You know, you don't want to get in over your head where you're paying a lot of money for something, and then, like, prime example tonight, like, half the names didn't even sell. Ali. So, just one of those. Vitor Belfort. Anderson Silva. Alexis Davis. Sergio Pettis. Todd Duffy. Anthony Pettis, Chris Kalidas, Glover Teixeira, Stephen Bonner, Diego Brandao, Forrest Griffin, another Forrest Griffin, Damian Maia, Rashad Sugar Evans, baddest man on the planet, Daniel Cormier. Oh, look at that. What do we got? Rory McDonald. I'm digging it. Love the buybacks. I like the concept and the idea. That's a Rory McDonald. There she is, all dolled up. Paige Van Zant. There's Rose Namajunas. Alright, and then we got this parallel stack. Can't burn through it easily. Tiago Trottoir. That's out of 188 with the black and white. 123. 123 out of 188. Corey Anderson. And Shane Carwin. And then another Rory McDonald. Very nice. This one's going to be, I believe, a green. Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree wholeheartedly with that. I mean, it makes sense. You know, same thing like with baseball or any of the other sports when you're watching a game and let's say the guy goes and hits a home run. You're like, you start itching the finger. You're like, oh man, I'm sure his value just went up. Let me go on eBay and buy him out. So, no, totally makes sense. I agree. There was a Bellator fight tonight with some of the names in this. Unfortunately, they were ending as the fights were going on. Like Kat Zingano, Phil Davis, Lyoto Machida. All of them were going on. Holly Holm, Travis Brown. Man, they've waited until the last few packs of this box to give us our hits, huh? Conor McGregor. All right. Just in the chair a little bit. But yeah, I wholeheartedly, I believe in that 100%. Definitely do it on UFC nights and stuff like that. I mean, it's fresh in everybody's mind. It's free advertising. People go out and look on eBay. You know, I mean, I know I'm a sucker for that too. I used to do that all the time, and sometimes I still do. You know, I'm a collector. So I might feel an itch, and I'm like, you know what? This guy just knocked this dude out. He knocked him senseless. Let's go see what his auto is, if I can find any out there. And that's when you get in on some of these breaks too, because then you're like, okay, heck, I paid $1.99 for that guy. And you get all these base cards, maybe some short prints. You know, maybe an auto, maybe a relic. Just, you know, for the $1.99, unless it gets competitive. You know, some of the names got a little competitive tonight. But not all. Charles Oliveira. Gilbert Melendez, Chris Holdsworth, John McDussie, good old Don Fry. Okay, Silva versus Hendo. Fabio Maldonado. St. Pierre versus Sarah. BJ Penn. Michelle Watterson. Misha Cupcake Tate. George Masvidal. And I think we have another buyback coming up here. Or is that? No, that's not. But it is a St. Pierre. That's cool. Coming up. Rousey versus Correa. Thiago Alves. George St. Pierre. Anthony Rumble Johnson. And there we go. A gold St. Pierre. I love it. I like it. I would love to see like a ruby red or something like that. Some of these real low numbered to 8 or 101 would be nice to pull for you guys. But George St. Pierre. 288, 74 of 88. Very nice. Tom Lawler. Claudia Gadella. And then we have Kat Zingano. How'd she do? Anybody watch it? I was asking earlier. I don't know if you watched, Ronald. Did she fight and do okay against that Holloway girl? Number 6 of 188 there. Rockhold versus Bisping. Conor McGregor. And then Yuri Alcantara, Daniel Cormier, Rafael Dos Anjos, Frankie Perez, Amanda Nunes, Nick Diaz, Rich Franklin. You didn't watch? Yeah, neither did I, unfortunately. Frankie Edgar, Tony Ferguson, and Ricardo Lamas. Last 2 packs, so we should be seeing another auto, if I'm not mistaken. And one more relic. So we do have either a relic or an auto in this pack for sure. Cathal Pendred, Juliana Pena, Yamamoto, Heather Jo Clark. Man, did she get a shiner there. Look at that. Yikes. There's a Georges St. Pierre. Bisping versus Evans. Scott Jorgensen, the first Jorgensen I've seen. Dallas Lateless. Lesnar versus Carwin. Nobody's. Max Holloway. Dan Miller. Zingano won by a unit. Good for her, dude. She came back out of retirement. Good, man. I always liked Kat. Happy for her. Nate Diaz. What about Machida? Machida versus Phil Davis. That's a guy that just keeps continually fighting up. What do we got? It's our relic. It's Carla. Carla Esparza. The one-time women's strawweight champion. Right, the Count Bisping, Jacare Souza, Felice Herrig green, .108 of 288, Juliana Lima. Kevin Gastelum. And then John Dodson. And then speaking of Machida, Davis beat Machida, split decision. He looks old even here. And then he's over in Bellator. Todd Duffy. And then we have Nick Lentz, Gray Maynard, Mirsad Bektik, Mauricio Shogun Rua, Alan Juban, Al Iaquinta, Nate Marquardt, Albert Tumanov, Tim Kennedy, Dan Hendo, and Leonardo Silva de Santos. Last pack of box number 2. Looking for that auto. What do we got? What do we got? Rose, Hughes versus Trigg, Rory McDonald, Santiago Ponzinibbio, St. Pierre. That's going to go to St. Pierre because Shields isn't in the product. Or, I mean, not on the checklist. Ryan Bader, Doth Beta, Lyoto Mochida, Jessamine Duke, Rashad Sugar Evans, Yair, Marina Moroz, Mirko Krokop, Roy Country Nelson, Costas Filippo, Minotauro Noguera, TJ Dillashaw, and we're coming up on our auto. What do we have? What do we have? Juliana Pena. So I think we have a relic of hers, or did we? No, we didn't. Yeah, no, that's Alexis Davis in the back. Juliana Pena. Very nice penmanship. Not numbered. Not numbered, but very nice. I think I've had this one as a graded card, graded auto, and I sold it. This exact Chronicles auto. All right. And that Juliana Pena is... Let's see if that's yours, Ronald, or not. Nope, that's going to Hung Ji. Hung Ji, you got your first auto, brother, right here. Right there. Rashad Evans. John Howard. Rustam Kabilov, 188 green. /28 of 188. Joseph Benavidez. Eddie Gordon. Jackson versus Griffin. And we have Rashad Sugar Evans. 48 of 188. That's going to go to Forrest Griffin. Jose Aldo. Matt Brown. Rousey. Covington. Ellenberger. Edgar versus Maynard. Alexei Olenek. Ben Rothwell. Brad Tavares. Barone versus Miller. Benson Henderson and Derek Brunson. All right, last box. Last one that we got here. So then we're going to set up all our lovely autos and people watching us do all the fun stuff that we're going to be doing. All our lovely hits. And we should have 5 more. You ain't kidding. 400 cards, 10 packs. That is a ton of lovin'. Let's make a little bit more room to scoot our packs back. Only got so much room to work with here before you. Last box, everybody. Good luck. Hopefully we get what you're looking for. Max Holloway. Dan Miller. UFC and WEC merge. Jimmy Manawa. Court McGee. Anthony Pettis. Liz Carmouche. Chad Laprise. Yoel Romero doing a dance back there. Joanna. Anderson Spiderleg Silva. Michael the Count Bisbee. Okay, what? These cards just want to stick together. Magomedov, Dennis Seaver, Thiago Trator, and Sean Jordan. Amir Sadala. And then up, we got an auto that I'm showing apparently. Ian McCall, Amir Sadala. And we have a SOA. So this one's coming out to you, Ronald. Because this is another one that went unsold. SOA Pelele. So not bad. Getting the majority of the autos so far. Still want to see a big one though. And so far I feel the biggest auto, in my opinion, that is just like, you know, an aha is Mark Coleman back there. The veteran of the sport. We'll make that decision at the end. SOA Pelele. Demetrius Johnson. Marin Munoz. And then an Alexander Gustafsson. Then we got Ryan Bader. And the Ultimate Fighter. And Johnson becomes first flyweight champion. So this is a Demetrius Johnson. Bisbing versus Miller. That's going to Bisbing. Rhonda, check her out in all her splendor. And then we got Joanna, Alexander Gustafsson, CB Dalloway, Jordan Main, SOA Pelele, Ryan LaFleur, Keith Jardine, Stephen Thompson, Yuri, and Daniel Cormier. Almost there. We're getting there, guys. Thanks for hanging in there. Those that you watch tomorrow, like I said, you know, this is the first time we did this product. The cards are all different, you know, angles, so it's hard to like stay consistent with one way. You know, you have it turned sideways, then you have it straight up. Then you got cards sticking together and hugging each other like they don't want to leave each other. So it's definitely a different product to, you know, try to break. It's been a tougher one for me tonight, that's for. And then you got the pure amount of, let's be honest, 1,200 cards tonight. So, Sage Northcutt, Fabricio Verdum, Beth Correa, Joe Stevenson, Junior Dos Santos, John Vellante, Court McGee, Antonio Noguera, and we have a Uriah Faber autograph, guys. Cool. Autograph Jumbo Fight Matte Relic. Very nice. Take a peek, a leak. Why do they do that? At this. Very sweet. That is probably the hit of the night. A Uriah Faber autographed matte relic. Not numbered so far. Autograph issue. But still, first one I've seen that we pulled out of this these 3 boxes. So pretty nice. We'll get this bad boy sleeved up. And I believe Faber is a Bucky M. Bucky M. That is yours, sir. This is your auto. Coming to you, Uriah Faber. And let's see. That one's a relatively decently thick. Let's try it. There we are. Very nice. Alright. Am I out of holders? That is a different day. We're going to take this guy off right here. And let him watch right up front. Chris Weidman. Misha Tate. There's a Diego Brandao. 272 of 288. Rory McDonald. Leon Edwards. And what do we got? We got a Barron versus Miller short print. So I believe that's just going to go to Ronald. Gonzaga versus Crocop. That is just going to Ronald. That's nobody on there. Joe Lozone. Miles Jury. Cadella versus Landamaki. Rhonda Marcos. Demetrius Johnson. Hoist Gracie. There's Paige Van Zandt. Chad Mendez. Ultimate Fire. Well, that would be good if we did get an extra auto just by chance, Ronald. You know, if they count it as a relic or they count it as the auto. You know. We always love extra here, bro. And we can still get a 101. We can get a 101 sepia, you know, parallel, anything like that. And if we get a 101, I'm still giving away that Cain Velasquez graded card in the back there, so. Todd Duffy. Cathal Pendred. Juliana Pena. Yamamoto. Heather Joe Clark. There's GSP with Johnny Hendricks. Bisbing versus Evans. They'll make it easy if everybody gets one. Squirt Jorgensen. Dallas Latis. Whatever happened to him? He just dropped off the planet. That's going to just go to Ronald. Rafael Dos Anjos. George St. Pierre. Uriah Hall. Some of these cards just... Hudson Barboza. There's Jim Milla. Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz. Come on. They gotta do something with, you know, going forward with like these cards, man. It's like they're hard to separate. Esparza versus Namajunas. Majunas. Chris Curiaso. Khabib Nurmagomedov. And what do we have? We're into our parallels. Mirko Krokop. We got a Jessica Andrade. 288 Emerald. Then we got Machida and Chad Mendez. And then a Ryan LaFleur. Well, Silva's not in it, so that'll go to Rashad Evans. Ryan LaFleur. Alright, then we got Chris Weidman. Theodoro McMahon. Ben Saunders. John Dodson. Demetrius Johnson, Chris Weidman, Ludwig versus Goulet, Felice Herrig, Donald Cerrone, and Eddie Gordon. All right, we're almost there. Woo! We're making it. We're making it. Headway. 7 packs left. Okay, Diago Trator, Sean Jordan, Mir Sadala, Francisco Trinaldo, Ian Crazy Creepy Uncle, Diego Sanchez, Jose Aldo, Robin Mercier, Anderson Silva, Diego Brandao, Demetrius Johnson. Chris Weidman. Robbie Lawler. Yep, we have another hit here. It's going to be a Jumbo Fight Matte Relic. So it is a relic. Johnny Hendricks, Gray Maynard. And that one is going to be Cain Velasquez. Check it out. There's Senor Cain Velasquez. I believe that's going out to you, Ron. I don't think anybody snagged Velasquez. So this is another hit coming out to you, sir. Yeah, Nate Diaz is a bad butt, dude. He is. I like him, and my favorite part is him and the smack talk between him and Conor McGregor fights. Those are iconic, and I really do like Nate, man. People sleep on Nate, and I feel like, unfortunately, George Masvidal did not necessarily win that fight against Nate. Nate's body just unfortunately has a ton of scar tissue, and he was bleeding, and he got cut open. You know, I mean, years of fighting like that, yeah. I felt like he should have been able to just keep going, man. Andrei Arlovsky, gold. There we go. Andrei Arlovsky, 64 of 88. Very nice. And that one's going out to you, Ronald, because that was a non-paying person, I believe. Another Cain Velasquez. TJ Dillashaw, and then a Leslie Smith. Yeah, the Diaz brothers, man, you know, they go out and they take a step back for a while and they come back to the sport. I think the last time Nick Diaz fought was Anderson Silva, if I'm thinking correctly. McGregor versus Seaver. Rustam Khabilov. And then we just have Colby Covington, Jake Ellenberger, Edgar versus Maynard, Ben Rothwell, Baron Miller, Brad Tavares, Ben Henderson, Derek Brunson, Patrick Cote, and Ross Pearson. 6 more. Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen a Ruby. That's what I was saying. I would like to see one. Just to tell me that they exist. I mean, this is a case. So, and we're opening half of it. So we got our other hit in here. It's definitely coming up. So we'll set that bad boy down. And call it a day. St. Pierre versus Hendricks. Overeem. Brian Stan. Yeah, they both are. Nick is getting back into the testing pool. Jens Pulver. You know, if they could just keep off the weed a little bit, you know, during the USADA testing, I don't think they'll have any issues. Both the guys are seasoned fighters. They've been around the block. Come on. There we go. Uriah Hall. Renan Brow. Jester Formiga. James Vick. John Dodson. Ryan Beta. Doth Veda. Rory McDonald and Robbie Lawler. Paige Van Zant. There's a George Masvidal. Man, look how young he looks there. All short, trim. Ruslan Magomedov. That's not a Ruby. That's for sure. It's the black and white. Santiago Ponzinibbio. Hector Lombard. And Eddie Gordon. $106 to $288. Cruz versus Faber. That was a good fight. Alistair Overeem. And then we have Bektik, Rua, Ayaquinta, Nate Marquardt, Tumino, Tim Kennedy, Dan Hindo, Santos, Brian Caraway, and Pena. And then we have our hit, Rory McDonald. And it is Takanori Gomi. Not a bad little hit. Takanori Gomi. Never gave him enough credit. But it's another relic. And that, I believe, is coming out to you as well, Ronald. Yes. You got majority of the hits, my dude. You show up, you're like, hey, I'll take them all. And lo and behold, it's the way the cookies crumbled. Alright. I'll go ahead and sit him down right here in the front. We don't have another stand, unfortunately. Silver Versonen, Russell. Now let's see if we get anything extra. Maybe a ruby. Maybe a 101. Maybe another hit? Are you guys serious? Wait, how many hits do we have so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I guess I miscounted. We do have another hit. Okay. Hughes. Rory McDonald. Santiago Ponzinibbio. St. Pierre versus Shields. It's going to St. Pierre. Cain Velasquez. Antonio Carlos Jr. Ryan Bader. Diego Alves. Yair Rodriguez. Marina Moros. Mirko Krokop. And is that another card? Yep. Rory Nelson. Costas Filippo. Man, these cards. Carla Esparza. Minotauro Nogueira. TJ Dillashaw. Good old Ronda Rousey. Anthony Pettis. And here comes our hit. We got a Chronicles relic card of Misha Cupcake Tate. It's always stuck to another female there, Paige Van Zandt. But check out that that relic. That's kind of cool. It's a dual-colored relic t-shirt. Misha Tate. The Cupcake. Alright, who do we want to take down? Somebody maybe hiding over here in the back. Maybe Kane. Put. Yeah. Okay. Paige Van Zandt. And then we got Costas Filippo. Johnny Case. There you go. Black and white Johnny Case. $28 of $188. And Rashad Evans. Hoist Gracie. And then a Yair Rodriguez. You have a life-size cardboard stand-up of Tate signed in gold ink and inscribed Cupcake as well. Dude, that is awesome. That is pretty spiff, man. I like me some Misha. She's good people. Is that like in the living room or in your bedroom? Or just like down in the garage or something? Another Johnny Case. Enzo Gracie, Patrick Cummings, Jacare Souza. And Matt Hughes and Takayami Mizukaki. BJ Penn. Okay, what else do we got going on over here? Give us some Emerald, give us some Ruby, give us something good. I want to see something special. Okay. Khabib. Michelle Watterson. Dominic Cruz. Cub Swanson. CB Dalloway. Ronda Rousey. Good old Don Fry. Silva versus Henderson. Fabio Maldonado. St. Pierre's versus Sarah. So good news is each one of them are going to get it. I think we have more than enough, so we'll be splitting a lot of them down the middle. Michelle Watterson. Misha Cupcake. There's George Masvidal. Rousey. And Marvin Eastman. Buyback. The dude is like built. Look at this guy. He's like straight up beast. Back in the UFC when you can wear what you want. Whatever shorts you wanted to come in with. In Bentonville, Arkansas. Was raffled to an employee and he gave it to his cousin who sold it to me. Tate verified it for you on Facebook? How freaking awesome is that, dude? That is so cool, dude. Anytime you can like communicate with people like that, I just, it's awesome. Vitor Belfort, 188. It's got to be a green. Or no, not a green. Excuse me, a black and white. Look at that. Straight up looking like he's ready to take someone's head off in that picture. I mean, look at that. Come on, camera. 55 of 188. Rampage Jackson with Chuck Liddell. Demetrius Johnson. And what do we have here? Penne. And then Alexei Olenek. Don't want our stack getting too crazy over here. We're almost through. We're almost there. Then Junior Dos Santos. Della versus Landis. Rana Marcos. Demetrius Johnson. Hoist Gracie. Paige Van Zant. Chad Mendez. The Ultimate Fighter. Mark Hunt. TJ Dillashaw, Tony Ferguson, and Hector Lombard. All right. 3 more packs. Almost done. Sarah Kaufman. Joe Duffy. Andrei Arlovsky. Jessica Andrade. Nick Hine. Horace Gracie and Matt Hughes, Luke Rockhold, Nikita Krylov, Uriah Faber and Frankie Edgar, Michael Chiesa, Eddie Wineland, who just got knocked silly, I believe, by that young kid. What's his name? From Glendale. Jared Rochelle. My mind is drawing a blank. And then that kid just got knocked out too. Chris Camozzi. Efrain Escudero. Frankie Edgar. Uriah Faber. Yeah, I bet it would be pretty cool, dude. For sure. Like, when I meet fighters and stuff, I'm like, yeah, man, that's pretty cool, man. For them to take a moment and, like, shake your hand or, like, take a picture. I mean, that's what it's about, you know? Them climbing in an octagon and fighting, yeah, I mean, it's a thrill. It's a job for them. But at the same time, it's like, they don't get paid unless people tune in to watch. And, you know, that's how they make that money. Here's another Juliana Pena. This one's going to be a gold. Gold right there. Gold. Juliana Pena. That's 34 of 88 in the house. Biggest crowd, and you have that's St. Pierre versus Shields. Tony Ferg. Yeah, Ronald, man, we haven't seen one Ruby, bro. John McDessie. $12 of 188. Dos Santos versus Mir. Speaking of, I haven't seen a card from Frank Mir either. Hoist Gracie. And then we got Gunnar Nelson, Jose Aldo, Osling Daly, Jose Aldo, Holly Holm, Travis Brown, Michael Chiesa, Conor McGregor, Nick Lentz, and Gray Maynard. 2 more packs. Lyoto Machida, Jessamine Duke, Shad Evans, good old Rampage, Villain. And then here's the regular color of Vitor Belfort. Just another fun day at the office. Anderson Silva. Alexis Davis. We're almost through. Sergio Pettis. Alright, we got Kalidas, Teixeira, Stephen Bonner. Talk about a blast from the past. Him and Forrest Griffin, huh? Diego Brandao. And then there's Forrest Griffin. Come on. And Forrest Griffin and Stephen Bonner. Damian Maya. Rashad Evans. Stipe Miocic. Daniel Cormier. And Michael Bisping. There's Roy Country Nelson. Hate that these turn these around. John Dodson, 47 of 88, so that's got to be a gold. $47 of 88. Come on. And Jessamine Duke. Paige Van Zant. And then this one here, Rousey versus Kat Zingano. That's a nice one. There we go. Mirsad Bektik. We have one more pack to get through here. I'm hoping to see a Ruby. Something super short printed, because the smallest we've seen is to 88. I'm just not feeling it, man. I'm like, come on, give me something super short printed. Make us end on a positive note. Kat Zingano, Corey Anderson. And then we got Frankie Edgar, Michael the Count Bisping, Tarek Safadine, Anthony Johnson, Rumble Johnson, Ross Pearson, Eddie Gordon, Shane Carwin, Kevin Gastelum, Leslie Smith, kind of stuck to another card there, and Mark Munoz. Last pack, last pack. Thanks for hanging in there, guys. And if you're watching this in the morning or tomorrow when you're drinking coffee or waking up and I'm putting you to sleep, there are a lot of cards. 1,200 cards. That is a lot to get through. Dustin Poirier, Jessica Penne. Rua versus Hendo. I believe both of them are going to get one of them. Mitrione. Tim Means. Misha Tate, the Cupcake. Gracie versus Jimerson. Tim Bosch. Neil Magny. Diego the Dream Sanchez. Jose Aldo. There's enough of him to go around. Olivier Robin Mercier. Anderson the Spider Silva. Diego Brandao. Joe Lozon. Demetrius Johnson. Chris Weidman. Look how many champions we've had, man. Robbie Lawler. Here's Gray Maynard. Johnny Hendricks. And then we got a buyback. Who do we got? We got a Gilbert. Never heard of you. Evel. Not to bash on the guy. He could probably kick my butt. But, you know, just never heard of you. But it is a buyback. So we will certainly sleeve it up for you. There we go. And then we have Joe Lozon. Yair Rodriguez. Scott Jorgensen, green. So far, no ruby. So this is an emerald here. And then who do we got? We got Mark Hunt and Antonio Jr. And then we got a Daniel Cormier. Black and white. Not bad. We'll take it. And then Johnson versus Cormier. Yep, that'll be randomed. And then Chang Sung Jung, the Korean Zombie. Rafael Dos Anjos. Frankie Perez. Whoa, don't want to lose you. Amanda Nunez. Look at that. She's not even like ripped. She seems all like timid. Oh, a blast from the past. There's Nick Diaz. Rich. Angry Jim Carrey. Franklin. Raquel Pennington. I think that's the first card I've seen of her tonight. Frankie Edgar. Tony Ferg. Ricardo Lamas. And Matt the Immortal Brown. And Rousey versus Carmouche. So, in case we didn't see those, we saw these. Yep, okay. Now let's grab these and see if I have doubles. If we have more than one of the same type, then both of the players or fighters will get a card in this situation. So, Pierre versus Hendricks, Rousey, Johnson versus Cormier, Rua versus Hendo. I believe you have both of those anyways. So that's going to go to Ura. All right. Zingano versus Rousey. Okay, we need to make sure we do that one. Dos Santos. Bucky M. And Mir Robinson. So we will go ahead and randomize that one as well. Just make sure we don't have any of the others. Penne. Okay, we're just going to set them down. Pierre versus Sarah. I knew we have one of each, so each one of you is going to get one of those. Silva versus Henderson. Machida versus Rockhold. Okay. Cruz versus Faber. You have... Faber's the only one on that list, so that's going to go over there. Pierre versus Hendricks. Each one's going to get one. So each one of you guys is going to get one of those. So that works out there. You don't have to worry about randomizing that one other than an extra. Edgar versus Maynard. McGregor versus Seaver. Sparza, Namajunas. Namajunas is not on the list. She is not. So that's going to go to Esparza. Bisbing versus Evans. Bisbing is Bucky. And Evans is Scott S. So that needs to be random. Edgar versus Maynard. Each one gets one. So we can get rid of that guy. And then we have an each one for Machida and Rockhold. Because here's another one. So we can get rid of this bad boy. Right now it's just logistics, guys. Sorry, real quick. Just making sure everybody gets this while we're on camera. Bisbing versus Evans. Each one of you guys get one. So there we go. Rockhold versus Bisbing. That's a nice looking little card. Pierre versus Sarah. Each one's getting one of those. Hopefully we can get an extra. Silva versus Hendo. Okay, each one of you guys is getting one of those. So that's an even split. And same with Penne and Jurdetrchik, each one. Nice. We can get rid of that. And then we got to definitely random off this one. This one's the parallel. I don't know how that got dropped in there. I think these just kind of got hand-picked in there. Pierre versus Hendrick, so you each get two there. Rua versus Henderson. That is that extra one. Jose Aldo versus Chad Mendez. That's a random. Because Bucky, yep, okay. Weidman versus Silva. I think that's the only one by itself. Rousey versus Zingano. All right, that one, each one's going to get one. Rousey and Zingano are each going to get one. And Edgar versus Maynard. There we go. Silva versus Sonnen. That's an individual. Jacare versus Musasi, individual. Edgar versus Maynard. Each of you are going to get two. Rousey versus Kermouche. That was definitely right here in the front. Each one is going to get one. Yeah, next three boxes should be good, Ronald, because this wasn't on fire by any means, but I'm not trying to bash. But for sure, I think the next three boxes will be fire. Since what we're looking at here, Bisbing versus Evans. Frankie Edgar versus Faber. Edgar, okay. Edgar versus Penn. Pierre versus Sarah. That's the fifth. So you guys each get one of those again. Another Hendo. And then Weidman versus Silva. There are two, so you each get one. Very nice. And then Bisbing versus Evans. And Rua, there it is. And Edgar versus Maynard. I thought we had that one. We have a different one, so we have to unfortunately randomize that. And Silva versus Sonnen. So these are the ones that have to be randomed. At least we whittled it down to those. Okay. So to make it quick, we can randomize.org it, but literally it's just two people on there. It's not like 5 teams. I'm just going to do a dice roll. We'll do the best of 3 rolls just to be fair, just to make it quick. Bisbing versus Evans. Bisbing is the first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Evans. Bisbing. Bisbing. It's going to Bisbing. Sorry if you guys couldn't see that. It's going to Bisbing. Alright, Silva versus Henderson here. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek. 1, 2, 3 for Silva. 4, 5, 6 for Henderson. 1, 6, 4. It's going to Henderson. Okay. Silva versus Sonnen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 3, Silva. All right. Jacare versus Musasi. Actually, I'm pretty sure this one just goes to you, Ronald, because nobody has either one of those. So that one's yours, Ronald. And Edgar versus Maynard. I believe you have both of those as well, so that'll make it easy. Yep, so that one's yours as well. And then Bisbing is 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. One apiece. It's going to Evans. That's going to Evans. Dos Santos and Mir. Yeah, sorry, man. Yeah, it's past 3 a.m. here, but appreciate it. Click subscribe if you guys appreciate watching, or if you want to look out for future breaks and for the next 3 boxes. Dos Santos 1, 2, 3. Mir 4, 5, 6. 2, 3. Let's go into Dos Santos. Silva versus Sonnen. Silva versus Sonnen. Silva will be 1, 2, 3. Sonnen 4, 5, 6. 2, 3. Let's go into Silva. All right. Edgar versus Maynard. We both know that that's already going to Robinson. St. Pierre versus Sarah. Okay. One is Robinson. The other one is... So St. Pierre, 1, 2, 3. Sarah, 4, 5, 6. 5. 1 for Sarah. 6. Going to Sarah. Edgar versus BJ Penn. Making sure Penn wasn't snagged. Was Penn snagged? Elemento. Penn was by Randy O. Okay, so we're going to randomize this. Edgar gets 1, 2, 3. Penn gets 4, 5, 6. 2. 2. Going to Edgar. Edgar versus Faber. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Faber. Edgar. Edgar. Going to Edgar. Hughes versus Penn. Nope, this one's... Machida is the headliner. Rampage isn't on it, but Hughes and Penn are. So we're going to come down here to Hughes, Penn, or Machida. Hughes, Penn, or Machida. That one's going to have to be a random.org. Johnson, Cormier, Weidman, Belfort. That's got to be a random. Random.org. Aldo and Mendez. Gotta be randoms. McGregor and Seaver. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. 1. Oops. 4. 1. Going to McGregor. And then we got Rockhold and Bisbing. And I believe both of those will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rockhold, Rockhold, going to Rockhold. Okay, just these last 3 quick cards. We'll go to random.org to make it happen, make it fair on everybody on that one. And then almost be done. Apologize, guys, for the long break. So refresh on random.org. And what do we want? Okay, so this one is Aldo, Mendez, Belfort, and Johnson. So that's 4. So 1 through 4. All right. So Aldo is 1, Mendez is 2, Belfort is 3, Johnson is 4. Generate 3 times. 3, 1, 4. It's going to Rumble Johnson. Okay. This one's got all 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Johnson, Cormier, Weidman, Belfort. Do it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. That's going to be a Chris Weidman. Going to Chris Weidman. And then we got Hughes versus Penn and Machida. So we got 3 on this one. 1 through 3. And we're going to say Machida's 1, Hughes is 2, Penn is 3. Generate it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Number 1 going to Machida. Fortunately, he didn't win tonight, but that's the break in a nutshell, guys. Honestly, our big break of the night, taking a big look at it, is going to be this bad boy right here, Uriah Faber. We got the relic with the auto. That's the big break of the night. A close second is going to be Mark Coleman, Hall of Famer. You know, pretty cool to pull a Mark Coleman. That's pretty spot on there. Then I would probably come over here to Juliana Pena as far as autos. Then Soa, Joe, Jared, and then all our relics: Kane, Takanori Gomi, Carla, Clay Guida, and Misha Cupcake, Yoel Romero, Ovin St. Preux, Cormier, and Alexis Davis. Sorry for the long break again. Ton of cards, guys. 1,200 cards. Wow. Big time. Hope you guys had a decent time and kind of hung in there as best you could. Appreciate you guys chiming in. Look for us in the future on other breaks going out on eBay. We do pull that Chili Fire. We try to pull some big hits for you. Have a great evening.